Okay. Time to get started. Good evening and welcome. It's been a few days since I was able to stream, but here we are. And tonight we're going to be working on the enemy Ruddin from Deltarune, which is going to finish that project that I had a while back when I was streaming earlier. And we're going to finish it, and then I can work on putting together the artwork for all of the Perlers. So, okay, so I've got my canvas, I've got my tweezers. Let's see, yeah, there's the transfer paper, but what I'm looking for, how big is this? Yes, perfect. Okay. Okay, then next I'll grab my colors. It looks like the Ruddin character uses a combination of dark green, bluish green, regular green, and white. And that's it. So I should have Perlers that match that. And I do. So I'll be pulling from this collection of Perlers that I ordered off of Amazon. Keep those just to the side here. So, okay. Now, when it comes to doing this character, most characters have a more identifiable sprite sheet. Hang on just a second. Okay. So, goodness, I have lost my train of thought. Usually I have a sprite sheet when I'm working with these, but with this character I don't, and the sprite model doesn't necessarily translate to a 1-to-1 pixel ratio. So what I'm going to be doing, as I am a fan of freehanding Perlers, I'm going to be doing some estimates of what this character should look like. Oh, sweet. Thank you for the follow, KateChew002. Much appreciated. And welcome. Might as well get started. So I have the dark green that I need. I have this. This is what I'm going to use for my bluish green. I've got white way off in the corner. And then we're going to use this neon for the eyes and for the sword helm. So, okay. Now that I know what I'm doing, it's time to get started. So, all right. It's been suggested over previous streams that I find a way, somehow, some way, to stop using my dominant hand to reach over and grab the Perlers. It's a big risk. I mean, first of all, dealing with focus getting in the way of the Perler. And also, it's another risk in dealing with running my hand over it every single time. So, okay. I want to check one more setting before I start. There we go. do. We'll turn off this light source. Yeah, that helps a little bit. Okay, and finally, focus. It should be good here. Yes, okay. All right. Pitter patter, let's get at her. I am moving a... there we go. Moving the lid for my perler. Okay, we're going to start up here. I'm going to... This is... The top of his head starts on the right, honestly, so it would be a good idea to start about here. Okay, so I'm going to be estimating and kind of talking myself through this, so please bear with me. I'm going to start on the right side, so that's the very top of Ruddin's head. I've already lost a perler. That's totally fine. Then we go down one more. And to the left. And then we do another 2. And then a 3rd. And then we go down 1. Okay, I'll bring this a little closer so you can see where I'm starting here. Go down 1, going down 1, 2, and then I like to count a lot when I'm doing this. So 1, 2. Ah. 2. And then 1, 2. Okay. And we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, and then another 1. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Okay. And then 1, 2. And 1, 2. There we go. And then 1, 2. Then go up diagonally. 1, 2. We're we're going to do a fill-in here. Kind of like to do color fill-ins as like my magnetic north, so I understand where I'm coming from. I only need, oh, okay. I only need 3 here. So we're good. Okay, 1, 2. And then from where I was, go 1 and 2. And then 1, and then gonna put that there. Actually, that might be too blue. Maybe. Actually, no, it's actually kind of spot on for the color, so I will continue. Okay, 1. I'll go up 1 diagonal. Then another diagonal. Another diagonal. Another diagonal. Should be 3, 2, 3, 4. There. Okay. Then 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, and then the same amount, which I think was 4. Yes. Okay, cool. This is coming along very nicely. Going better than the rabbit from last time. Okay, so there's the outline of his eye. That is looking really blue on screen. I feel like that particular shade doesn't necessarily work. Not necessarily. Yeah, okay. Now is the right time to swap it out. So I will swap it out with a different. I don't know. The more I look at it, the more it's. No. See, when you're working with Perlers, you have to decide. If you don't have a color that matches exactly, you have to like really think it over. You really have to improvise. Think about what color is going to match the closest. Can I make it work? Can I make it not look like trash? Usually the answer is yes. You can make it not look like trash. It's totally fine. But, okay, yeah, this will work just fine. So let's move forward. Let's get that pupil going, and then I can do fill-ins for the rest of the way. So 1. There we go. 2, 3. It's a very basic little iris going on. Just a 3 by 3 with a single, with a pupil being, oddly enough, straight white. But that's just how this character is created, so it's totally fine. Okay. Go ahead and just fill in this perler, this perler's eye. Like I say, it's always a double-edged sword when you get to work on filling colors, right? Because you spend a great deal of brain energy when you're freehanding it, determining exactly where the perlers should go. And you're doing counting, and you are being meticulous and thorough, and then once you find it and have it complete, like your border, it's a relief. But then you have to focus on filling in the colors, which is easier mentally. But it's tedious because you're squeezing the tweezers constantly, in and out and in and out. So, okay. Good evening, Letterless. Welcome to the stream. Creating the final perler for Deltarune. Hope all is well back home with you. You know what? While I'm here, let's do some. Let's just fill in the top here while we're at it. You're doing great, man. Hey, Kate. Good evening and welcome to the chat. So, I find Perlers a really relaxing experience. Like, I will speak often about how it's taxing mentally and it's taxing physically. But the end results are worth it. Absolutely every time. If I sound like complaining, I am actually enjoying myself. After all, if I wasn't enjoying myself, why do this, right? 1, 2. Let's see. I'm gonna go right there. Okay, now I have to guesstimate. I'm working on the back of the Ruddin's head, the right side of the perler. So I have 1, 2. Let's see. The very bottom should be 1 or 2 below. Okay, we're going to be using this right row. Should be about there. Yeah. I can just fill in with the rest. So yeah, this is the last perler I'm going to do for Deltarune, and then the next time I revisit it on stream, I'll be putting the art piece together for it. Which will be sometime next week, but Friday, I'm going to put the logistics together to move to build a temporary new streaming rig in my dining room so that I can put my Game Grumps puzzle together. Let's see, where am I? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. More diagonals. 1. And I do plan on getting back into gaming once September hits. Planning on doing some blind playthroughs of trilogies, namely Mass Effect and Metal Gear Solid, and go from there. 1, 2, 3. Just gonna keep going here. 1, 2, 3. Then there. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right, but also diagonal. 2, 3, and 4 should bring me to that second. 1, 2. Yes. All right. Good. This is an interesting task to take on, to be on model with this Perler. Since the dimensions are not one-to-one, there is a bit of a challenge in making sure I am eyeing it up correctly and finding a way to make it work. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Because usually you can just compare and count and ask yourself, am I doing this right? But here, I don't have as much freedom to work with that. 2, 3. Okay. Okay. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I gotta do 8 more. Oh yeah, okay, good. All right, so that's the bottom of Ruddin's hood. So there we go. All right, what is next? 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna make a gap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. And then 1 and 2. diagonal, and then we're going to close up Ruddin's head here. 2. 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, then 3, then 4, and then we'll take another. Ah. There we go. That's more accurate. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, according to the Perler, it should match up to here. There we go. Okay, so now we've got the head mostly complete. Now it's time to do some fill-in. Or not fill-in. I should. Let's continue the outline. 1. So that should be 4 for the green here. So now we can do a little bit of fill-in here. Okay. There we go. Deutschbag, good evening. Welcome to the stream. How have you been, good sir? Let's see. This is crucial. Right here. 1, 2, 3. There. And then there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Doing good. Just trying to get my office organized. It seems never ending after a move. Oh man, that struggle is real. I'm doing well. I took a personal day today. Needed a day to decompress, recalibrate, recombobulate. Self-care is important. So today was a much needed day of self-care. But overall, I am doing well. Working hard, Bills are being paid. Progress is being made towards long-term goals. It's life is good. So I'm glad you're doing well, despite the hecticness of having to organize your office after a move. But I'm confident you'll be back up and running in no time. White, then green. Then green again. Okay, then those two. Oh. Wait. Bonk, bonk. That goes there. There we go. And there we go. Good to hear, man. I second the taking care of yourself bit. I'm taking Friday off. Nice, 3-day weekend. Still have to do stuff around the house, but it's nice to get away from work instead of rushing all that stuff in over the weekend. Oh gosh, absolutely. Yeah, I totally get wanting to do projects and whatnot over the weekend, but it's so easy for that to... Okay. Hang on just a second. This... Oh, okay. Okay, we're going to do some fill-in. So we're going to focus on the Ruddin head here in a minute. But this is all dark green, so we're going to fill it as such. Weekends are good for relaxing, of course. Unwinding, getting ready for the next work week, but also an opportunity for projects and getting stuff done, but it's a fine balance. This thing we call adulting. You gotta know when and how to take care of yourself so you don't burn out. So to break these images up into pixels and then go off the template? Yes, usually I do. Usually I have a 1-to-1 ratio that I'm working with for my Perlers, but today is different. This Ruddin is not a 1-to-1 Now, there are sites that you can change that to make it so that they're like a one-to-one pixel representation, but I tried doing that with this particular image and it did not work. So I decided I would do the next best thing, challenge myself, and go for estimating what it should be. Because when you're going off just pixels and you're just, freehanding it in that respect, it's a lot of counting. But this one is some counting and mostly guesstimation. Oh no, we're not going to let that base drop. There we go. We don't need base dropping on the chill station. I thought this was supposed to be about chilling. Okay, 2 more. There we go. All right, the hood of Ruddin is complete. So now we just gotta figure out the rest of his face. Now most of this is white. So 1, 2, 2. We're gonna work backwards to make that happen. So diagonal is gonna be like this. We're gonna go here. No base drop. There's only a base drop here when we're in the mood for it. Okay, that lines up. Okay. This is what I was talking about when we can't get one-to-one matching. The pixels appear to be 1 off on here. So we've got 1, 2. This is all accurate up to here. 1, 2, 1. 2. Another 2. See, the problem is that this is supposed to be flush with this here, and it is not. Two, 3, 4. I mean, it's not the it's not the end of the world. I've got it figured out. The reason why there's a discrepancy here is because if you look at the back of this character's head in the top of the stream, you'll see right where I'm moving here and compare it to what's up above right here. You'll see it's a very thin line of pixels. It's not an accurate 1 row of pixels. It's like a half a pixel, but you can't do half a perler. So I decided to just make the best of it. So I think that's where, at least the root of where it's coming from. So the best way around that is to just improvise. This is mostly color fill anyway, so So long as I'm getting the dimensions of the eyes and the smile correctly, that's all that matters. That matters more to me than there being one extra row of pixels or perlers or what have you for the back of his hood. That's totally fine. So yes, another scorching hot day in Madison today. We could really benefit from some rain, but on the other hand, pretty sure the mosquitoes are being kept at bay from the lack of standing water. So it's a you give a little, you get a little. Okay. And finished. Okay. So there's the hood. All that's really left is to define the eyes, and then the rest is white fill. So, pitter patter, let's get at her. So, we're going to go from the top here. 1, 2, that's where the eyeball starts. 1, 2, 1. 2, 3. 3, and then 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. There we go. And now we focus on filling the green, which is just another 3 by 3. And with this, the head is complete, save for white fill. That's it. So, let me give my hand a little shake here. Okay. Ooh, that wasn't too bad. There we go. All right. Yep. Go take care of dinner. Have a good stream. Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy your dinner. Have a good rest of your evening. And thanks for stopping by. And as I like to say on this channel, watch out for deer. be taking care of my own dinner after stream is done. All right, there we go. Eyeballs are done. Yeah, that should be right. And that's, wow, that's a great deal of work. That's like probably half of the perler right there. All right, so now we're going to shift up, focus on the bottom half. This should get interesting. We're going to be dealing with a lot of bordering. One, two, three, four. Then one to the right. Another down to the right. And then we're going to put two white ones underneath that. Okay. Could put that there. And then one. Two. And a diagonal. 1, 2, 3 down. Add another diagonal. Okay, so it's 3. Another 2 diagonal. And then 2 horizontal. And then 3 horizontal. And then, oh boy. Let's see if I can count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Let's do it. That's 4. 6 halfway there. 8. 10. 2 more. 12. Perfect. Okay. Now to go the other way, going diagonal, then horizontal. 1, 2, 3. Then 1. Then 2. Then 1, 2. And then 2. This will be a tough one. So from there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the left. 2. 4. Got 2 more. 6. Okay. We're going to save the sword for last. One, 2. And then 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then 1, 2, 3. So then that's 1 there. 3. There we go. Okay, this body's actually forming. We're making some great progress here. So let's work a little bit on fill here. There we go. Tail's done. So that's kind of a mixed bag, right? Because I'm working on that backgammon style design of the shirt, essentially. One, 2, 3. We'll just do that. It's basically fill and pattern at this point. There we go. And then There we go. So now we'll just fill in on that part. Okay. I think I'm missing just one. And there we go. There. So all that's left to fill in on Ruddin's body is is white. There we go. Okay, and 3 more. One more. There we go. Ruddin's body is done. All that's left is the sword. So, only a little bit of white involved with that, mostly the greens. So, see if I can adjust this to make this get a little bit closer. There we go. Okay, so 1, 2. So we're going to start with the hilt. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's... actually a little conducive because my hand just blocks the entire thing. Okay. So 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Honestly, it's all just fill in with dark green, which is totally fine. Of course it's fine. Okay. Come on. Only downside with these Perlers that I purchased off of Amazon is that they don't like to make it as easy for me to collect them out of each tray. They're not very good at lining up next to each other for me to just dip down and grab a couple. So, okay. Anyway, next is the rest of the hilt. So let's go here, then here, then here. Oh, my mistake. It's actually a blue, not a dark green. There we go. Okay. Okay. Put the white there. Okay, so now it's going to be green. light green. Then white. Okay. And then 4. There we go. There, outline of the sword is done. We're in the real home stretch here now, folks. Okay, that's it for major colors. All that's left is to fill in the rest of the sword with white, and this perler is ready for ironing. And one more perler, and we are done. There we go. That's the Ruddin. Just in time for Linnerless to head to bed. You have a good night as well. I will definitely tell my mom that you say hi. And same as me. Thanks for stopping by. Watch for deer. I'm going to finish up work here. By getting this beautiful little dude ironed. And that'll be the end of the stream for the evening. So, all right, I will be right back. I'm going to go get the iron, and we'll finish up. Now, I always preface this by saying it's entirely possible, as I adjust the camera here, that the stream may suddenly quit, and that would be entirely due to me tripping the breaker. Hasn't happened yet. I like to always give that warning on the off chance it happens. So for melting, I'm gonna first adjust the camera. Got on a nice little arm. Yeah, you can see my setup here. There we go. Gonna rocket it at a little bit of an angle, and I like to set it to just a little bit above wool. So if you have an equivalent setting, that's a good one to work with. So I'll wait for that iron to heat up. Also going to turn off this fan. This doesn't cool off the heating element of the iron at all. So hour and a half to do the perler. That's not too bad. It's not too bad for a smaller enemy like this. Okay, so iron's done. We're going to go like this and just press down. That's just to get it established, get it started. You want to start working down, you want to just lay it down first and then start working on your circles. So you get a nice even, hopefully even melting with all your perlers. So I can see the swords already doing a great job being done for the most part. So you'll see the bubbles coming in. Or filling in, I should say. You don't need to apply too much pressure. Doesn't hurt, but doesn't hurt to do it. But also, it really depends if you're aiming for consistency across all your perlers. I know some folks are really into making sure every last bubble is filled. Okay, so we're going to turn it a little bit. I really like trying to focus, the edges of every perler will always come out just fine. It's the center that is always a cause for concern. Okay. All right, so for the most part, he's looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and turn my iron all the way off, and I'm going to grab a heavy book. We'll use the official companion guide to Animal Crossing. Now, what I like to do for this part is lay a heavy book down solely for the purpose of making sure that the perler stays flat as it cools. So the melting process is over, but it's very easy for perlers to curl up as they cool. And I don't want that. I want it to be as nice and flat as I can make it. So you can feel a great deal of heat transferred already. Oh yeah, this is definitely warm right here. So we'll use the other part of the book to remove some more heat. Really just about drawing heat away from it. Okay, there we go. Now let's do the reveal. There we go. Ruddin is looking rather sharp. So we go. He'll be facing this way against the heroes of Deltarune, along with his buddy, the Rabbit. So allow me to bring them all out, because this is what's going to be coming next. The final part of this project, of course, is to put them all together in artwork. So just to give you a very sneak preview of what it's going to look like, we've got Ruddin down on the bottom, we've got Rabbit up here, and then we have our three mighty heroes. Azrael the Wizard, Susie the Monster, and, let me move my keyboard out of the way. And of course, Chris, the silent protagonist. So, yep, so this is essentially what it's going to look like I already bought a frame for it. I just have to get some black paint and see if it's worth creating the UI for it or not. And we'll go from there. So yeah, this is looking great. I'm going to call it good for the stream for tonight. Friday, I'm going to start putting together a puzzle, 1,000-piece Game Grumps puzzle. So I'm really looking forward to trying that on stream, see how it works out. I will be migrating everything to my dining room. My desk here is not big enough for a puzzle. So we'll go from there. Until then, please take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Thanks for watching. And thanks for stopping by, of course, and watch for deer. And I'll see you next time.